Hi guys, me again. Obviously, you've tuned into my channel. Today we are doing embroidery. So I asked my husband when he come home just before what he wanted on his towel, if he wanted his name or if he wants the towels to say daddy, mummy and child. So he chose daddy. So I'm going to teach you how to center this onto the bottom of the towel. So stay tuned. Alrighty guys, so for this project you will need a basting spray, your hoop. So I'm using a 5x7 hoop, a towel, obviously, because we're embroidering towels, and then this stuff. So this, it kind of feels like plastic, but it's obviously very flexible. And it's actually called Wash Away Stabilizer. So there's only two types that I use. I use the Wash Away for towels, and I use the Tear Away for all bags and bag related things. So what you want to do is I've just got mine on like a piece of pipe. You can buy it by the meter from Spotlight or buy the roll online. I'm about to need to buy a new roll actually. So you're just going to hoop. Now I want to get as close to the edge as possible because this stuff's expensive. I think at Spotlight it's like $6 a meter, which doesn't seem like much, but we throw most of it in the bin. So we want to be as not wasteful as possible. So we're just going to hoop it like we would any stabilizer. And then I'm going to grab my scissors and chop it off, right around that hoop. Like that. Don't put this away yet because we're going to need some more. So what we need to do is now hoop the towel. So you can pick which end. Most towels have like a thicker base and then a thin one, so you can pick which end you want to put it on. And if you take a close look at your towel, you can actually see that one side's the top and one side's the bottom. So this is the top of my towel. So what I want to do is I want to fold the towel in half because this is now my center point. Now my words are going to go this way because I want them fairly large. So now I'm going to take some basting spray and just lightly spray that. You don't want to do too much because if you wet it too much, it will dissolve. That's kind of the point of it. So just a little bit so that it's going to help stick our towel. Now the way I hoop towels is this edge here, I will put at this edge here. Because with designs, you can always move them down the hoop to sit close to the bottom. But we don't want to embroider over this. We want to embroider above it. So then I'm just going to flatten the towel down and then open it up and flatten it down again. Now we're going to take some of this. I'm just going to chop that much off there. So quite often I will leave this as a big piece and you can just kind of use it and tear it. I'm going to lightly spray the towel on top. This is why you should always wash your towel after you've done the embroidery. And then I'm going to smooth that over the top. So what this does is this is going to stop all the fluffy coming up so that the stitches are going to float on top of the fluff and not get lost inside them. So now that that's done, you don't just want to lift it up because the towel's heavy. You're most likely going to pull it off the hoop. So I actually roll it like this. And then I'm grabbing with this hand the hoop underneath. So there. And then picking it up like this and taking it to the machine. So let's go to the machine. Let's show you how I actually put it in the hoop. So the first thing you want to know is that you want the short end to be inside the machine. So you need to make sure that your design is facing in that direction. So now I'm going to keep the towel rolled up and put in the hoop. And then push that down and then bring this over a little bit, but I don't actually want to unroll it. I just want to leave it kind of to the side like that. I haven't put in a color either. So we're going to go with green. I like green. Green's our favorite color around here. So just in case this one's not enough, I've got a second one. When I first got my machine, I didn't really know what I was doing, and so I've bought all of these like 200-meter spools. So it's my mission, it was my mission this year to try and get through them all. I have not done that yet, but we'll get there. Alright guys, so I just want to quickly talk about density. So the density is how close together the stitches stitch. So on a towel, you want to increase your density higher so that they stitch more on top of each other so that the fluff doesn't show through. On vinyl, you want a lower density so that it doesn't stitch right next to each other and perforate the vinyl so that it tears. So that's just random information for you there. Okay, so now that that's done, all you need to do is you can just rip this stuff off the top. So it is, because it's been stabbed over and over, it does rip off quite easily. If you've got a more delicate design, you might find that you won't get all of it off by scratching it this easy. So that bit in there is being a little bit more stubborn. But you should always pre-wash your towel anyway, because now it's got that basting spray, and this stuff is wash away, so it will disappear. But then same with the back. So you can just pull it off, and it still kind of says daddy in there. And that's pretty much it. So you just wash the towel, and if you wash them in vinegar, they will be more absorbent after you use them. So I hope that was helpful, guys. And we'll do some more embroidery tomorrow.